Hey everyone, and I'm back with the map animation tutorial, and in this one I'll try to make something. I don't have prepared it right now, but first things first, my workspace might be a little bit different from you, and if you want to do the same, then you can come to this workspace, let presets, fusion presets, and choose mid flow. Okay, and also my flow is vertical, so right click over here, options, and you can choose build flow vertically. One more thing which you can do is you can enable show navigator, and also arrange tools and two grid option should be checked. Well, this was how you will get the same workflow which I have a workspace. And also I'm in my fusion page already, and I have this timeline. I have some assets. Before that, this is my fusion composition of basic 5-second fusion composition. Right click, open in fusion, or you can just click on it and put your playhead on it and go to fusion. That's it. Also have your media out and index is set to 0. Then you'll be able to see all of the things in edit page. So because my media pool is out, you can see I have some assets, and one of which is this Ukraine map. So let me just put it over here, and if I view this, so you can see it's a basic map. So we'll be doing some animation stuff in it. So what I'm thinking is basically, so the part in which the Russia invaded in Ukraine, we can animate that. So I have one more map, and in this one, you see this displays Russian military control over here in the red part. So we'll be animating this basically. Okay, so we'll be animating the invasion of Russia and the Ukraine. So for that, and first of all, what you can see is we want to place this on top of this image. And how you can do that with merge node. So if I take the output of it and connect to the output of this media in one, you will have this merge node automatically made for you. But once you will view it, these both are different. How? Because of the resolutions. So if I come over here, and in this Ukraine map, if you see, you will have the resolution of 1944 by 1358, and this one has 1280 by 1132, which is very different. So how do you place them equally? Well, to do that, let's add a transform node after it, and let's put the pivot point on Kyiv, which is the capital of Ukraine. So something like this should work. And now also place this on top of here. So something like this. Little bit changes won't matter enough, but and now if I'll increase the size, that is it. See, now we can tweak it a little bit. I think maybe a little bit more. Also bring this down again a little bit more, bring this down, and you got yourself nice map. And likely the same way you will have to animate, like put a map. Let me just place it over here. Okay, so it's not here. So right now you can see that this is placed on top of this. Okay, and now we can put a background and put a mask on it and mask this part out where it's been attacked. Well, to do that by hand, you can do that too. Take a polygon and for example this area, then you can choose this, and with your mouse you can just keep adding all the points, and finally you will have some shape. Or another method is you can download an SVG file. So as here you can see you have several SVG images, and you can use any of it. And once you will download it, then how do you import it over here? Well, to do that, you have to come to this fusion, import, and choose SVG. Wherever your SVG file is, click on it, hit open, and this image size will pop up. Image size pop-up will pop up, and then you'll have to choose some width and height. I will recommend don't do it now, because otherwise it will affect its aspect ratio. So just hit OK, and it will be in a group. I don't like groups, so I'll just do ungroup, and boom, you will get yourself these many things. Well, why is that? Let's see this. First of all, if I see this merge, you will have this map, and it is looking like Ukraine, right? So this is good for us. But why do we have so many parts? First of all, these are all polygon nodes. Okay, so you can come over here and see also there are all polygon nodes, and in this polygon they have done this thing for us. Okay, so we don't need to do that manually. So using SVGs is a better option. That's why I choose it. So in the path 1, as you can see, we have all of it. In part 2, you can see it's just this area masked out. okay, and you can see here also it says invert. Let me just do that again, invert, yeah. And in this one again invert, this one, all of these parts are doing basic stuff, and this is adding this, then this and this. Okay, so, and these all are solid, by the way. This is solid, this is solid, these all are solid, but we want this as solid and also one which is not solid, okay, to animate the outline. Basically, first of all, we won't need these, so let me just remove them away, because that will not make such difference, to be honest. Okay, so we have this background, and with this merge, I think it's not correct, to be honest, so we need to remove this also. So I think we can select all of this excluding this, and then hold shift and then take these out. Okay, that is good. Control S to save them. Now bring this one down, over here. I think this is looking super cool, and this path will seriously help us in many ways. How? See, first things first, let me just put it over here where my other nodes are. So the first thing, and it will help us, put it over here. I don't think that we need this background, so I can delete that. Just connect this background directly to the merge. It will do the same. So again, we need to place it. So after this, XF, we need to transform, and this is the problem. Right now, we don't have that key capital over here. So again, what we can do is we can come to this path and decrease its level a little bit and merge. We can blend it out a little bit, just like this. Now we can place it to somewhere around, or what we can do is instead, let me just come over here, 1336. Let me just copy that so that we have that in data. So I will increase its size now, something like same as our black one. I think this is enough, and now I can again change its position to something like this. I think this is fine, and again decrease its size. So this should work now. Maybe a little bit increase in size. Yep, and it is working indeed. And now after this, what we can do is we can, once I'll do it again, let me just change the value. So it's just decrease in size, nothing else. Alright, so decrease in size. Okay, so that didn't work out, so we need to do this manually instead. I think this is fine. We can even check. We can increase a little bit of size, maybe something like this. This little bit unevenness will work, but major unevenness would not work actually. So this much is fine, to be honest. Let me just come over here for this, over here, and little bit down, something little bit down, something like this. And now you can even see that. So yeah, over here, and now we can increase the scale this much, and now increase the scale. Yep, that is it. All right, and now if I increase the blend, so it should work, and it is working indeed. Okay, that's super cool. Instead of this black background, I want to make it red, because that is what we are showing, I think. So yeah, and now onto this merge, we can connect this to media out. First of all, I can remove this media pool for now. Hit Ctrl F to fit the view. And now onto this media out, on this merge, what we can do is we can do various things. First of all, we can add a fast noise, okay, which will act as a mask. We can increase the detail, increase the contrast, reduce the brightness, increase the brightness. It's totally up to you, whatever you want. So just scale to 10. Little bit of seed 0.1. Yeah, this is looking fine. All right, and now what we need to do is we can add an ellipse mask to this fast noise. Yep, to this fast noise, and put this over here. Or first of all, let me just remove it, put it over here. After this merge, let's add a background. Why? Because right now, as you can see, the canvas is not proper resolution, but we need to change it to proper resolution. Control T to swap the inputs, because you know why, if you are watching continuously. And then alpha, you can put a 0 or you can put a 1, it doesn't matter actually. So after this merge, XF, and reduce the size to something like this should work. And in this merge, change its edge from canvas to wrap. And now if I view this, oh, why isn't it working? Maybe from here, canvas to wrap? No, so okay, from here, canvas to wrap, and wait, it should work. This is a little bit not good to be honest, but what we can do is we can come over here, background color, and make it something like, I think that is looking super cool. And one more thing, in this background, increase the alpha to 1, and now it should work. Yeah, that is looking super cool. Or you can come here and choose blue, like whatever you wish to do, it's totally up to you. I think blue is looking fine. Alright, now we can do one thing, come to this merge and again reduce the blend. It's just for temporary purposes, obviously, something like this, so that we can see wherever the red is. Okay, and we can increase the blend of it to 1. Yeah, that is looking super cool. And in this ellipse, now what we can do is we can attach it to this fast noise, but this will work like this. Alright, or maybe this one. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, so this ellipse, we need to change it to something like this. Let me just reduce its width and height. You can do that by coming over here and changing this controls in the viewer itself. Okay, you have to check this show view controls, otherwise it won't work. And also the angle, I don't know why some of the settings are not working properly, but well, whatever. Okay, so this is the problem right now, that it's again not on a proper canvas. Here you can see 1944 by 34 whatever, and that is why our ellipse is not working in a proper way again. So we can come to this image, choose custom, and in here use frame format settings, uncheck this and type this 1358 and 1944. Alright, now it should work properly, I think. Still it is like that. Well, then you can choose default. I don't know why it is like that, but yeah, if it is, then what we can do. Alright, so now we need to animate this ellipse basically. So how do we do that? Or what we can do is, after this, let's add a BG again and come here, Control T, swap the inputs, and now this is proper. Alright, but this won't work, I think. Let me just remove this mask just for a moment. Oh, it's still working. That is a little bit confusing to me. I didn't thought that it would work, but if it is working, then it is good. Now we can add a polygon to this fast noise, and in this polygon, let's make some quick shapes. So something like, it can be as rough as you want and as specific in particular as you want. It's totally up to you how much time you put in this. Okay, so I'll make it rough just for the tutorial purposes, otherwise I'll put all my effort, because we need proper information to be heading out. Okay, so I think this should work. So we just need to properly do the outer part. We won't be doing the inner part. Well, that is because we will be doing the inner part, not the outer part. So see, I again started doing that. So something like this. Alright, so this, and then we can connect it like this. And right now it's looking something like this. Okay, now if I see media out, now we can see that the part where the Russia invaded, so how invaded, and so it's this, and we can, after this polygon, add another polygon, and this polygon we can do the upper part likewise. So again, the outer part should be random, that should not matter, but the inner part should do, because the outer part is already masked out by the shape that we added. See, benefits of using SVGs instead of creating your own, saving time. That is it. That is the only benefit which you get. So yeah, you can even do some undos if you think that your mask is not that proper. Let me just come over here again, and you can click and hold and drag also to get some smooth curve lines like I'm doing over here. Alright, so right now you might not have a habit of doing that, but soon you will make that if you'll practice a lot. Well, that is it. And now I think that, yeah, it's looking good and we are heading somewhere finally. Yay. So if I click over here, and let me do one thing. After this merge, let me add a XF, which is transform, And just for a moment, let me just reduce its scale. Well, I shouldn't do that because then it will not match, I think. Yeah, if I'll reduce the scale of it, then it will not match properly. But one thing which you can do is that in here. Okay, so I did that. That is why it is cutting out. Well, no issue. We can increase the scale of it, I think. I want that part. How can I get that part back to the game? So first of all, we can reduce the blend of it, or we can disable this merge because we don't need this map now. We just need the background map, which is this one. And also one more thing is that we are cutting this part out, which you don't want. So, and this is all because of this transform, but if I disable this transform, then this will be something like this, which we don't want again. So what should we do? We can reduce the size of it, but then again it will be like that. So confusing. Maybe we can reduce the size of the merge, or if I'll do this, then it will all be well, we'll see that later on. First, let's animate this part. All right, you have this, and in the fast noise you can now animate that. Well, how? Coming over here and increasing detail to 10, increasing contrast 5, and also brightness to 5. Okay, so this is the brightness values which we will play with, and contrast value. So let me do the contrast and brightness to 0, and come to maybe frame number, I don't know, I'm not sure. First of all, okay, let's start with 25. So add a keyframe on contrast and brightness. Let's go to 50th and increase the contrast to 5, and on 60th increase the brightness to, I think 4 should work. 4 is enough. And let's go to spline, select fast noise, and come over in menu and check this show only selected tool. So if you will select fast noise, it will just show the fast noise. Take all the check boxes over here, hit zoom to fit, Control A to select all, Shift S to make them smooth, T to get this ease in and ease out pop-up. Increase the ease out, maybe decrease it, increase the ease in. Let's see, let's play. And by the way, we have enabled these guides, so in order to remove these, Control G is the hotkey. Let's play from the beginning and let's see what do. Oh, I think that is super fast. We don't need that fast. Again, select this, check all the boxes, zoom to fit, select these two, hold shift and move it in a horizontal way. Now these are logged. Let's do something like 90 should work. And now if I'll play, working, nice, super good. That is what I wanted. I think one thing that we can do is maybe we can come to this path and reduce the size of it, you know. No, that should work out, I think. So maybe 0.5. Let's come over here and let's now onto this transform. Okay, it's visible here, also it's visible. So in this transform now we can increase it to 2, but again that will cut all the parts out. Maybe 1.5. No, that is not working even. Let me do dual view, put this over here, final image over here. Let's see what we can do. We need to do that any which ways because that is necessary. Let me just remove the mask just for a moment to see what options do we have. It's set to 1 and we are saying something like this. With the background it's like this. Alright, no issue. And right now it's not properly like set. Okay, so what we can do is maybe this is all because of this background that we added. What if I'll delete that and connect it like this directly? Still it is cutting out because of this transform that we added. Alright, we see that. Maybe so this is all, or maybe that's all because of this merge. I think it's all because of them. Now it gets a little bit trickier to, you know, match all of these things together. Okay, so it's like this over here, then with the transform. Okay, so it's all because of this transform. No, it's because of the merge. I'll be honest with you again. But this should also show up. Why isn't it showing up? Maybe replicate and see, now it's working. Earlier it was not working. I don't know what's the problem. Let me just delete this transform. Yeah, because this is the main root cause of our problem. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, that is it. And now you have this. So what you can do basically is maybe increasing the transform just a tad bit. Okay, so one more thing in this polygon, I think the thing which I forgot to do is that let's play it back from the starting and you'll have an effect like this. See, looking super cool. And also let's just make these smooth. Okay, let's not play with ease in and ease out settings. It should be smooth. That is it. Oh, looking super cool. Yes. One more thing which you can add over here is again ellipse, which means that it will start from here. Yeah, so in this polygon let's do one thing, that maybe let's choose minimum. Yes, now it is fine. We need to choose minimum. I think this is looking good. And now we can add a fast noise after this. Let's connect this to the fast noise and put the fast noise over here, and now it will be like this. I think this is looking good. And one more thing is that we'll be putting it any which ways in our 3D space, okay, as a image plane. So we can like change the ellipse from this polygon to this one, and which we will add at least 3 cameras in 3D space, focusing first one over here, second one over here, and a third one over here. So that will not matter as a big thing. Okay, well, what do I mean by that? Let me just show it to you. So after this merge, if I choose image plane 3D, and by the way, let me just remove my show toolbar because that just irritates me a lot, to be honest. After this image plane 3D, I need to add a camera 3D. Okay, and now we have this. Let me just remove this. After this merge 3D, let's add a renderer 3D. Yeah, you do need these many nodes for 3D nodes, and connect this render 3D to this media out. Alright, now in this camera 3D and transform, increase the Z value, and now you will have something like this. After this render 3D, add a tilt up, render 3D, tilt shift blur. Okay, lens blur. Right, now let's make it 0. Halation, film grain, prism blur, S glow. Added so many things. In the soft glow, let's change its settings to 0.1 first of all. In prism blur, reduce its blur strength to 0, increase its blur strength to 1, and make it something like 0.14 will work out. Increase vignette size, decrease vignette sharpness, so something like maybe increase vignette sharpness, so something like this will work out probably fine. And inhalation, reduce the spread to half. Secondary glow, increase the strength, reduce the spread to half or maybe less than half. And in film grain, decrease the texture to 0, increase grain only, opacity to 1. Check grain only, and increase the strength to 0.4. And yeah, so these nodes will be like this, these nodes will be like this, and yeah, that is it. We will see other nodes which you need to add, but right now it's like this. Control F to fit to view. In camera 3D, let's do 2 viewers, put one over here, and control middle mouse to zoom in or zoom out, alt middle mouse to tilt around, single middle mouse to pan, F to fit to view by chance if you forget by any chance. And in this camera, put a target, so click use target, and the target, again control and alt, maybe put the target over here, this Z place, whatever it says. Okay, so the target is over here. Now on the 0 frame, camera should be closer first of all, so it should be over here like this. Keyframe, keyframe, keyframe. Also on the target, you will add some keyframes. Okay, so it will do something like this. But on the last frame, or maybe on the 100th frame, it will be not that close. First of all, it will be like this, but also yeah, that should work out properly. Maybe we can also put it like this, but so something like this. And X should be something like this. We can put it, yeah. Also on the controls, let's go over here onto the 0 frame. In focal length, maybe we can reduce it to something 27 and put a keyframe on focal length. Come to frame number 1/5, increase the focal length to something like, and come back over here, play with the Z values, So something like this. And now if you will play, and also click on camera, go to spline, zoom to fit, select all with how, like with which hotkey, Control A, Shift S, remove the spline. Now let's play from the beginning, and also right click, uncheck high quality, uncheck motion blur. Now let's play from the beginning. So it should be looking good, and it is indeed looking super good. But it will not be like this any which ways. This was just a demo example which I just wanted to show you, so that will not matter as much, because it will any which way start from Russia. We'll be adding some tanks and all of that stuff, you know. So let's move on to that. After this merge, let me just view this merge again. Let's come back to the frame, last frame. After this merge, let's go to mutable, and I have this tank image which is Russia used, I think, I don't know. Just connect the output of it to the connector output of this merge, and this will automatically looking something like this. Add a polygon to this, and again some rough polygon, so we can maybe make, or you can even add a luma keyer. It totally depends. In my case that was not working, so that's why I didn't add it, luma keyer. Otherwise I would have used it. And these tanks will be really small, so you can have a rough mask, or you can even come over here, click this button which says, and also choose which says roto assist, which is Control R, and also choose roto assist multiple points. So now if you will come over here, oh, I don't know why this is disabled, and if you click and hold, so it will show you these points. This is what you can follow. Also choose distance 8 to maybe 100. I can type, okay, so it says 16, so let's type 16. And now if you will hold, let's put over here. So now you just need to hold. Sometimes it's annoying, but sometimes it do work, so that is why I thought that we can work with that. See, now I just need to do like hold, control, now remove it, put over here, again enable this, and put it somewhere here, here. So basically it is really easy to make some masks. All right, so you can use that. What is this called? It's roto assist, right? Yeah, roto assist. Anyways, I'll dedicatedly make a video. You can again do Shift R if you, in case you don't want that. So Shift R, sorry, Control R, yeah, and again Control R, and it is back in the game. So sometimes it is good to work these kind of options, okay, because these are helpful. Like in this case, Control R again, just add a keyframe here, sorry, point here. Why am I saying keyframe? I don't know. Control R. And lastly over here, now again I'll hit Control R and hold. Wow, that was really fast. See, this is the reason that you should use these. One more time. Now Control R again, Control R, Control R, Control R, Control R again, and now you will have this mask. Now you just need to connect it, and I don't know why it's not enabled. And wherever you see this blue point, that means that it is made from roto assist, and the green ones is you made it yourself, so this is also good. And right now you have this rotoed tank picture. You can come on to this polygon, increase some soft edge just a tad bit, not too much, and let's see. Well, first thing, oh, I don't want to view this now. First things first, after this, XF transform, reduce the size. They will be coming from Russia, whatever, however it's called, and also change its angle on 0 frame. It should come from here. Let me just do size, center, angle, all of these things, and on to 75th frame. They should be here, like invading Ukraine properly. And after this, transform, DUP for duplicate, and I don't know why isn't it working. I think I did something wrong. I don't know why this duplicate isn't working, but anyways, I don't have a problem. We can use that technique of using, let me just add another merge, copy this transform, paste it, connect this transform to the merge, connect this transform to this transform. Let's connect this merge with this merge, and let's reset this transform. Let's view this now in this transform, let's place it over here, something like this. And one thing which we need to take care of is now we need to again animate that on 0 frame. It is already animated. We don't need to even do that. Benefit of taking the input from transform itself. Woohoo! Again in this transform, come to spline, fit to view, Control A to select all, Shift A, and as many copies as you made, as many tanks you will have in your image. Yeah, it's that simple. Connect this over here, one more, at least 4 of them. Connect this over here, connect this over here. If you're not able to see, let me just make it like this so that it's more visible to you. So it is doing some stuff like this. Alright, now we are taking the output from this transform, which is already animated, okay, and placing it like this. Now connect this over here, connect it over here. Okay, so we don't even need these merges, and connect this over here. Now if I see this merge, come to this transform, put it somewhere around here, maybe change its angle. It should not just come onto this ratio. Yeah, that is cool. And put this over here, again change its angle, maybe ahead, maybe in front, however you like. Okay, and this last one over here, again an angle should be changed again. And now if we'll play from the beginning, so it will be something like this. Whoa, looking super cool, to be honest. Let's put this over here and also change its angle, something like this. And now let's play from the start. Yep, it's actually working nicely. Let's take the output, let's put the output like this. Now why have I done it like this? That is because I need to add shadows in all of them. And how can I do that? Now it's pretty simple, because after this merge I just need to add DropShadow. That is it. If I view this merge and increase the shadow strength, or what I can do instead, I don't need to do all of this. Let's view this. What I need to do is, after this media in, I can type DropShadow. Literally, it's that simple. Increase the shadow strength, change the drop angle, drop distance, increase the blur, do all that sort of stuff. But as you can see, it's clipping. So because of the clipping problem, what I can do is, first of all, let's make a pipe router with holding Alt and left click, put it over here, and let's put all this above, bring all of these nodes over here, put this drop shadow by holding Shift over here. And now in this drop shadow, why isn't it visible? First of all, well, that's because I don't know why, to be honest. So after this, if I had drop shadow, then why are these going away? Well, no issue, we can add a drop shadow after the media itself. One more thing which we can do is, after this, let's add a background. Alright, Control T to swap the inputs, and let's make it like this, transparent, drop shadow, transform. Now why is this transform? It's because of that. So if I remove this transform, so what do I need to do? I just need to increase the size. Okay, so thing which I need to do is, I just need to bring it over here. So these both should be like this. That is it. Now if you play from beginning, no, I don't want it on ratio, because that is what we'll be displaying on 0th frame. So yeah, something like this. And now we can again come here and change all the settings. To be honest, we can come here and put this one over here, this one should be over here, this one should be a little bit closer to this one, and also the angle should be like this. Now if I'll play from the start, so they will be like this. In this transform, what I'll do is, or in this one, first of all, let's change its angle, something like this. Okay, this one, yeah, now all of these are working properly. Now it's fine. Angle shouldn't be animated. Alright, we don't want angle to be animated, otherwise it will make the effect look bad. Now it's working. So also, let me just, yeah, that is fine. This one little bit over, yeah, that is fine. And this one also little bit, and yeah, that will work nicely. Maybe one more thing which we can do is, we can come here S, or maybe put it somewhat like this. Now what is this? We don't need one more keyframe. And also in this one, we can make it something like this. Yeah, this should work. Let's see how it acts. Also in this transform, right click, connect to transform 4, it says, not the size, but right click on the center and remove path 2. No, we want that path. We have this and this, but we don't need this. Let's see. Yep, working super cool. Now we also want these to rotate on whatever path they are going. So come over here, right click on this angle, connect to transform path 2 underscore 1 and choose heading. Let's see. So it's opposite. Let's do flip and it should work now. Let's play from the start. Whoa, it's looking super cool. It's working. Yes, that is what I thought it should do. And yeah, that is cool. But it's too much, I think, and we don't need that much. So let me just do one thing. Let me just come over here on the 75th frame, change it little bit, not too much, just a little bit. Yeah, so you need to change angle, click on it, click on this one, or maybe this one, and let's make it something like this. Now let's play. I'll be really honest with you guys, and this is looking super cool. Click on this transform again, go to spline, zoom to fit, select all, Control A, Shift S. It's already smoothened out, so that is good. And now let's go to media out and let's see how it's looking over here. It's looking really bad because we don't want to start out with this. We want to start out again. Let's do dual view, merge 3D over here, and in the target I want to change the target to this. And also one more thing, let's change the target to, let's do F and let's change the target to Russia. Wait, first of all, that is not good. Why do we have target of this? Let's choose insect target. Let's choose again use target, and target should be, why it's Z property is not attached to it. Z should be 0. Yeah, Z should be 0. And yeah, that's all fine. And now again let's play with it. Let's bring its Z value, something like this. You can even see over here X value a little bit closer. Yep, this should work. Y value closer, Z value something like this, and that should give us a really nice effect. Let's play from it. First of all, we can do all the focal and stuff later, but let's first just play it back and see. It's a little bit boring, to be honest. So what we can do is we can play with the Y values, also the Z values. Let's do one thing. Let's not just put it on Russia. Instead, let's put it somewhere here, a little bit more. Yeah, so somewhat around here. And now we can do stuff like this. So it will start from here. First of all, it's too much brighten up. After this lens blur, we can add a type CC, which means color corrector. So I can reduce the saturation to 0.9, reduce the gain 0.75, reduce the gamma to 0.8, increase the brightness 0.1, maybe a little bit more. No, 0.1 was fine. Increase the contrast to 1.2, and that should make it work. Well, that's what I think. And let's play it from the beginning. Okay, so we have this kind of issue. Okay, so in camera, let's again go back over here. Why do we have this issue? That is because of the target. Okay, so again we need to play with the target. Let's bring it over here. First of all, bring it over there, up, not play with Z-axis. So it should be here. Right now, what can we do? We need to think about that. Let's see from the beginning. By the way, this is also looking good, but not that good. Maybe what we can do is, after this render 3D, let's add XA, which we will add any which ways. In edges, let's choose wrap, but again that will be a problem. So in this merge, maybe, do we have an option of that? No, we don't. Also one more thing which I just forgot to tell you guys is that after this transform, we will be adding a letterbox. Sorry, after this soft glow, adding a letterbox. Why? Because we'll be reducing it to something like 750, maybe 800 should work fine, and this will be cinematics for the cinematic purposes. So that's why. So we will come over here onto our camera and see, first frame is looking good. That's what I wanted. Let me just reduce the focal length more if I can. And also one more thing, let's make it something like this. Okay, let's not reduce the focal length, instead increase it. So something like this. And let's play with our what is this called, target. Let's again add some more focal length, something like this. And this is the best frame which I can get, in my opinion, because that is what I wanted. To be honest, I wanted to show Russia written over here, that Russia is attacking Ukraine or whatever. See, I'm not making any sort of statement, guys. It is what is happening in the world. So that's why what I'm doing is, this is how you can relate the most. That's why we are doing this kind of stuff. It will go like this. No, we don't want that. This is very weird frame, to be honest. No, this is not good. First of all, we need to go back. Yes. What else can we do? Let's first disable this tilt shift blur. Maybe also decreasing the focal length. I think 35 should do it. Where is the target in which ways? It is there. Alright, no issue. You can see access. I don't know why I changed it. I think this much is fine. Or maybe what we can do is, we don't want to do all of this. We can just simply put the target onto these 3 tanks, and let's just zoom into these if we can. Let's make it 26, which is really a lot, to be honest, guys. And now let's choose or pick the best frame which we can. So I know it will not be here for sure, so maybe you just play. Okay, it's playing time. I think this is looking good. Let's play from start and let's see what is happening. So here is our 3 tanks, and we will show rest of the tanks later with the cameras. So we have these 3 tanks over here. All right, looking good. So after this, let me just increase the fusion composition clip. Let's make it around 15 seconds. All right, can I save this? Open a fusion page, fusion composition. Let's place it over here. First of all, I'll click on it and hit Control S regularly or continuously. All right, and yeah, now we'll play from beginning. So we will have some sort of like this sort of effect. On 105 it is there, like 105th frame it is there. On 110th we can change our camera. So on 109th frame in render 3D it should be camera 31. Let's add a keyframe. Let's add another camera. Copy this one, paste this one, or maybe no, let's add another camera 32 and attach it to this merge. And now 1 frame ahead, let's change it to camera 3D2. Okay, so it will be like this, camera shifting, which is really nice. And also now in camera 3D2 the frame will start on 110. So let's again bring it back, and now let's focus on this tank. All right, so I'll use target again, and on 110th it should be, or instead we'll not be using this camera. All right, yep, we'll first render out this part of camera 31, and then we'll add another cameras and do other stuff. Okay, so first render out this one and next we'll see. Bye.